Thank you guys for letting me come clean your pod.
Whoa. This isn't 2 peas in a urinal cake. This is... I'm Derek.
And I'm Jared, and this is 2 Peas and a Pod.
How you doing, my friend?
Oh, good. Just getting some sun the last couple days. It finally hasn't been raining. So I've been 75, 80 degrees the last few days. So I've been able to get out and touch some grass, as we say.
Yeah. Well, it's been raining a lot here. It's just
well,
probably moving east to west, or west to east, I mean.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
How about you? How you been?
Good. I had my parents in town here this last weekend, so hanging out with the kids. Took the 2 girls to a baseball game, which they could have cared less about, but it was interesting. Fun.
Like a Twins game? Or
yeah,
like,
Twins game. Yeah, Twins game, yeah.
Nice. I think the last time I went to a Twins game, it was probably 8 years ago with my family.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, not a big baseball fan myself either.
No, but being at a game again, there's always something. I don't even care if you don't like the sport. I think there's an energy or an experience about going to an event, right?
Yeah, at least once or twice. I agree with that. So
yeah, kind of. Speaking of, like, golf would be one of those things that I think a lot of people enjoy playing. Far less people enjoy watching, probably.
Yeah.
Like, I've watched golf though. Like, I'm not gonna say like I've never watched golf, but there's something about it that's not like, ooh, exhilarating.
I would love to go watch golf. I actually like watching golf. I'll watch golf on TV. But that's
really?
just dude, I want to go to one of the Masters or whatnot, but I think last time my buddy checked on tickets, it was like $5,000 to go for the weekend.
Yeah.
But one of those once in a lifetime things, I think.
Yeah.
But
I think golf more so as of late is more about the headlines. I mean, I remember back Tiger Woods, right? Tiger Woods crashed his car, or actually, did he have 2 car accidents?
Yeah. Yep. His wife beat him with a baseball bat, got in 2 car accidents. He fell asleep or was woken up because he had too many muscle relaxers, I think, or something like that. And yeah, he rose to fame and then, kind of fell off the cliff, I guess. But
yeah.
So
he's on a comeback tour though.
Nope.
Right?
Nope.
No, I thought he kind of was. Wasn't he kind of?
No.
Is it? No.
2018, he won the Masters. That was his last big hurrah. He's been playing.
But he was just competing in something. Yeah.
Yeah, last couple. But it's. I mean, I think one round he was +8.
Oh, the writing's on the wall is what you're saying.
Yeah. I don't think he'll win another major. I don't think he'll be a competitor. I think he'll play and for the experience, and we can watch a couple cool shots. But I think his back is so far gone, and he's getting older. The amount of torque and stuff you put on a ball, swinging all the time,
which he created pretty much. Like he revolutionized how to torque that ball.
Yeah. So, but
what about that? Well, hold on, though. What about that guy? That just won the Masters and then found himself in some league? Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
is he punching cops or something, or what's the story there?
Dude, no, I looked at that. So there was a bus struck a pedestrian at like 6 something in the morning. So there like it was taped off, and there were cops everywhere. Beforehand, the golfers and staff were able to go around it to get to the golf course, and he was like, "All right, sounds good." So he like went out of the way to get around it. And a police officer like chased him down and like screamed at him, and then like told him to get out of the car, and he was refusing commands. And the cop stated that he was dragged by the car because he wasn't going to stop until like video footage was released, and this whole ordeal. And he wasn't listening to police, so they arrested him and then spent about an hour in jail. So it was crazy. The next day they already had T-shirts of Scheffler's mugshots. It was pretty funny. But with the orange jumpsuit and everything,
so it's kind of blown out of proportion.
Yeah. I think the lawyers are involved. I am not very familiar with law, but by looking at video and stuff, I feel like the charges will be dropped. Because like there
Hmm.
were some serious accusations. I'm gonna pull up
Yeah.
what the charges
Yeah,
were.
that's what I said. I heard he assaulted a police officer is one of the things he was arrested for.
With a vehicle is what they were
Yeah.
saying.
And
Yeah,
the police station, I believe, has already apologized for the incident
correct.
to him. So, I mean, that's already culpability per se.
Yeah.
Like an admission of, oh, we were in the wrong here.
So he was subsequently charged with second-degree assault of a police officer, third-degree criminal mischief, reckless driving, and disregarding signals from an officer directing traffic in the driveway of a golf club. Like that's a hard accusation to jump out for like a 30-second thing. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
39 minutes ago, Daily Mail, Scotty Scheffler will have all charges dropped.
Yeah. So that's been a headline. Just that's how I picture golf is headlines.
Yeah.
And there was another one that came up over the weekend.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. Pretty sad if you ask me.
Yeah. Since it's Mental Health Month, 988. We'll just preface that on this component, but a young golfer, age 30, Grayson Murray, took his life this weekend.
Yeah.
So
he was known for struggling with mental illness and um I don't know if alcoholism was there, but I know definitely some mental health. He withdrew from the competition Friday, and then the next day or that morning, lost the battle, if you will. So,
mhm.
but they showed some videos of him like sinking a like a 20-foot putt, and he has like zero emotion. He was just
Oh,
like,
wow.
yeah, thanks, yeah, like so he was definitely struggling and unfortunately didn't get the help he needed to get out of it, I guess.
Yeah. So don't be too proud, guys. Not saying that
Yeah.
that was Grayson Murray's situation, but I'm just saying don't be too proud. 988, reach out, ask for help. It is the mental health month of May here, and so we just figured we'd give one more plug to that, given
Yeah.
the recent circumstances. So
It's and no matter what kind of money or where you're where you're at in
Mhm.
life, things can always happen. I mean, he's a PGA Tour winner, so he's making millions of
Two-time.
dollars 2 times.
Yeah.
So he's earned a total of $3.3 million in his career with the tour. So it's not like he was struggling for that, but that mental game can get you. So
Yep.
like Derek said, just reach out. Don't be too proud. Ain't too proud to beg.
Mhm. So, in this world of headlines, sometimes you got to question which ones are real and which ones are fake. And with the presupposition of AI now, like going and searching the internet for you,
Yeah.
like sometimes I think you get back the answer that AI intends you to have, or the programmers of AI intend you to have. I don't know how much you know about that, but with Gemini, for instance, if you search Google via that, Grok on Twitter, maybe ChatGPT, which now has the ability to scrape the internet, which I think is actually kind of cool. Like you can actually get current data and stuff like that. What do you think's going to happen with just people and their ability to get good information? How do you think that's going to roll out?
I think it's a big concern. There's a saying. What's the saying? It's only believe half of what you see, or like none of what you see and half of what you hear. Right. So I mean, it's AI's already taken over a lot of different spaces in social media. So I was watching, I think, a TikTok the other night, and it was showing a Russian F-22 intercepting 3 Russian bombers or something like that over Alaska. And you study it, and if you look at it from a glance, it looks real. But the more you look at it, it's totally AI generated, CGI generated. It's not a real instance. And there's comments. You read the comments, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, this is crazy!" Like no one understand. A lot of people don't understand how true it is, you know.
Yeah.
And I actually have a story over the weekend, Derek. So I have a project. It's called a batting project or a batten project, I guess. So we have to our coolers at work. We have to re-insulate because moisture got behind there. So we have to shut our freezers down, and we have to get a
Hmm.
refrigerant trailer and put all of our product on, and then they got to fix it anyway. So I was working on that, and they didn't deliver. Well, they it's a diesel refrigerant truck that
Hmm.
has to get filled. And so I called the company. It was a holiday weekend, right? I called the company. I was talking to this gentleman, and the conversation, it was totally normal. But then I started explaining like what I needed, and the pauses were longer, and it was like a clarifying question. And he's like, "Well, I'll get this back to the person at the office, and they'll give you a call back." And I was like, "Well, the office is closed." So like the first probably 30 seconds of the conversation felt so real, and the back probably minute and a half, I'm like, this is an AI I'm talking to. But it was seamless. It was like, and
Yeah.
what was your address again? And you said that was Walmart, right? Like from a
Hmm.
conversation I talked from like a minute ago when I brought up that I was at the Walmart and singing. It was crazy, and it's you heard like clacking on a keyboard and all this stuff, but it was an AI conversation.
Crazy. So
Yeah,
they're even implementing cracking the tapping of
yeah,
a keyboard.
yeah, yeah. Tapping of a keyboard to basically seem more realistic, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the part I want the benefit of AI. I don't need this massive humanization of it though. Like I want it to be
Uh,
effective. I don't
yeah,
need to feel like I'm actually talking to a person,
yeah.
if
Well,
that makes
but
sense.
I wonder if they're doing it to make it feel more normal, so it's not as weird. I guess. I
Mhm.
mean, have you seen like the video from Google when they first in instituted, I guess, or rolled out Google Assistant, where you can make reservations um, at a restaurant, local restaurant, and Google will call for you and set up a reservation. Have you seen that video?
No.
Oh man,
Pretty interesting.
it's perfect. It shows exactly what I just described. I'm gonna see if I can pull up the video, honestly, and maybe we can share it because it's worth a look.
So that TikTok video you were talking about, that's the ghost of Ukraine, right? Is that the
Yeah,
one?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep. That was a big I remember that. That was a few months back. That maybe even longer. Might have been about a year ago when those videos first started coming out and they were like, I don't know, these might not be real.
yep,
Um so you know, the like I said, I don't need to think it's a human. I would actually almost prefer if there was a distinction from it. If it's asking me questions to get the right answer,
yeah,
to jot down information, I don't care if it sounds like a robot. The matter of fact that it's like, and if all of a sudden you're like, well, can I talk to a person? And then all of a sudden it says, well, the office is closed today. It's like, oh, okay. So let me take all the information I possibly can, answer as many of these questions as you feel comfortable or capable of doing, and I'll get this information over to the team so that we can blah blah blah. Like, and that sounds completely robotic. I don't care. At that
right,
point, I'm like, this is really helpful. I don't care
yeah,
that it's a robot. The problem is that and here's one thing that I was going to maybe even play devil's advocate against my own theory on this is that could be to increase the comfortability because I think there is a bad taste about talking to robots to a lot
yeah,
of people,
yeah,
whether that's the concern of the future dystopias idea concept or just that it's gone so poorly in the past. Like, let's be honest, you start talking to an automated message, most of the time you're like star, star, star,
right.
star,
Because
or
it's so
zero or zero
slow and
or
it's so
yeah,
clunky.
you're
Yeah,
just like, get me moved on to a human being here. I want to talk to
yeah,
the human being.
yeah,
But if it's actually like viable, then I'm kind of like I'm good with it. I don't need like I said, I want us I'm not looking for a companion out of these things.
right, yeah,
I'm looking for a low cost assistant. I'm looking for a however you want to encapsulate that. I want effectiveness. That's why I think we bring to computers. I'm not looking for an AI girlfriend type scenario, which is, I think,
Right.
but that's ultimately too, I think in some ways, like when you look at like CAPTCHA, we've talked about that a little bit, how we're clicking the images, and that's
Yeah.
basically training AI to be like, this is an apple, this is a bicycle, that's a bridge, these are traffic lights.
Yeah.
We're kind of training in that way. Maybe
Yeah.
these voice conversations, they're like putting all the data together to be like, what are human interactions looking like?
Right.
So
It
that when we
humanizes the
are
conversation.
so when we are making robot girlfriends for freaks that can't find real girls, which I think is a total another gross whole scenario that we as a culture are building, like the superficial versus like having the real. We want the super real,
Yeah.
because it's obedient to us and it listens to us and allows us to be our own version of God per se. Oh, and have dominion, while also not being morally unethical because it is just a robot at the end of the day. So I can say and do whatever I want to them.
Yeah.
Blech. Yep, there's some gross things happening there. I would say, all in all, let's just have them be effective.
So lot to unpack there. Um, let let me help a little bit. So I agree with you. I think we're so used to like for customer service press 1, for service press 2, for blah 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 press 3. If you and then you on top of that you have the 4-minute wait time to get to that screen or to a human
Mm-hmm,
after
mm-hmm.
that. If you can use AI to go, hello, how can I help you? And then you have a human conversation to get the results or get you a message sent to the person to give you a call back. I don't care what that interaction looks like. It's like, as long as it's not an automated tone, basically going press 1, press 2. And then they go, I didn't understand what you said. Can you repeat that? And you're like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what? Give me a person.
Yeah.
I think that's coming, right? Because like I talked to that guy on the phone. I was like, here's what I need. And I was like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, is there a way I can change it? He goes, I don't know much about that, but let me get the message to blah. So at the end, it was like, I don't know, but I'm going to send it to someone, someone's going to call you back. And then
Mm-hmm.
literally 2 hours later, they were coming and refueling it. And I didn't talk to a person.
Oh,
So
nice.
yeah, so I don't know if it like goes to like a recording to someone's phone, right? And they
System
listen to the
worked.
conversation. It doesn't matter to me. It was effective. So
Yep.
and then yeah, as far as the superficial or AI girlfriend, boyfriend, significant other, kind of more 50 Shades of Grey esque stuff that's probably happening. That's a different topic. I don't want to get into that because that's pretty that's messed up in my opinion. I get people look for connections all the time, right? Humans crave human connection. Humans crave love, comfort, all that. That's just in our system. That's how we're built. But when you do it that way, it turns into a completely different thing. So
Well, just so AI, we had AI generated images, right?
yeah,
What's within 2 weeks of AI generated images? What do we get? AI corn, right?
yeah,
And people doing face swaps and
yeah,
regenerating human people that really exist. And there's a huge concern about that. Like, hey, you're making images of me. This is my person, my
yeah,
NIA for instance, right? Or NIL, sorry, name,
yeah.
image,
NIL,
likeness.
yeah,
You're making NIL stuff products of me, and I've not consented to it. I have not, any of these
yeah,
things, and you're just doing it. And that was within the first few weeks. And so I think as far as CX goes, that's always going to be the way that this stuff pushes because that's what sells.
right,
At least in not, and this is not an all encompassing, it's probably like 90-10 men.
yeah.
Men pay for sex, women buy quality products. Like that is where people spend their money. It's a
Or
sad
or
reality.
or produce
Yeah.
it.
It's a
I mean,
societyalistic, it's a issue in my opinion
yeah,
that we have. It's a society right
right,
now.
yeah,
And yeah, because of that overall hypersexualization of our culture, this is where we go. When we
yeah,
get new crazy tools, we say, how can we implement it in our sex life?
right.
Which is
So uh, let's swing back a little.
all right,
So
all right.
obviously, as we talk about AI, so this came out. I'll look at it in a second, but this came out years ago. This isn't like a yesterday thing. This is a video of Google Assistant, and I've used it actually myself, calling to set up
Okay.
a reservation or appointment for a local business using AI.
Do you do? Hold tight, hold tight. Are you using this on an app or on your computer, like
Google.
phone app, or
Like
so you just have
you
the
go to
Google app on your phone?
and you search like Mavericks Restaurant, and then you go and then you can have the AI assistant call set up. You type in what time, how many people, and then if they can't, and then what happens, and it'll show on the video. If it can't get the reservation in the parameters you want, it'll ask the person to hold on for a second, and it'll like text you or message you to say, does 7:45 work? And then you answer it, and it goes, yep, that'll work, and then they book it.
Wow.
So we'll take a look here.
Assistant. As I said earlier, our vision for our assistant is to help you get things done. It turns out a big part of getting things done is making a phone call. You may want to get an oil change schedule, maybe call a plumber in the middle of the week, or even schedule a haircut appointment. You know, we are working hard to help users through those moments. We want to connect users to businesses in a good way. Businesses actually rely a lot on this, but even in the US, 60% of small businesses don't have an online booking system set up. We think AI can help with this problem. So let's go back to this example. Let's say you want to ask Google to make you a haircut appointment on Tuesday between 10 and noon. What happens is the Google Assistant makes the call seamlessly in the background for you. So what you're going to hear is the Google Assistant actually calling a real salon to schedule the appointment for you. Let's listen.
You can use a Google Assistant, or you can do it on the website too, just so you know.
Okay.
How can I help you? Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd. Sure, give me 1 second. Mm-hmm. Sure, what time are you looking for around? At 12 p.m. We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15. Do you have anything between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.? Depending on what service she would like. What service is she looking for? Just a woman's haircut for now. Okay, we have a 10 o'clock. 10 a.m. is fine. Okay, what's her first name? The first name is Lisa. Okay, perfect. So I will see Lisa at 10 o'clock on May 3rd. Okay, great. Thanks. Great. Have a great day. Bye.
That was a real call you just heard. The amazing thing is the assistant can actually understand the nuances of conversation. We've been working on this technology for many years. It's called Google Duplex. It brings together all our investments over the years in natural language understanding, deep learning, text-to-speech. By the way, when we are done, the assistant can give you a confirmation notification saying your appointment has been taken care of. Let me give you another example. Let's say you want to call a restaurant, but maybe it's a small restaurant which is not easily available to book online. The call actually goes a bit differently than expected. So take a listen.
See how may I hear you?
Hi, I'd like to reserve a table for Wednesday the 7th.
For 7 people?
It's for 4 people.
4 people when?
Next Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Oh, actually, we leave there for like upper like 5 people. For 4 people, you can come.
How long is the wait usually to be seated?
For when tomorrow or weekday or?
For next Wednesday, the 7th.
Oh no, it's not too busy. You can come for 4 people. Okay.
Oh, I gotcha. Thanks.
Yep. Bye bye.
So, as you can see, like, and this we talked about with the last AI with that video of figure 1, the ums and the mhms and the those slight pauses of actual human conversation, seamless.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good. I liked the girl one to the salon a lot better than I liked the reservation one. The reservation one seemed a little bit clunkier, but yeah, I don't think most
But she
people are gonna
also-
catch on.
Well, but yeah, also the person was like, he's like, Wednesday the 7th, and she's like, today or tomorrow. He's like, no, Wednesday, next Wednesday. Like, so like it threw them off. Which, I mean, for an AI to basically be able to comprehend that and then like keep the conversation going is
Yeah.
crazy, right? Because a lot of, like, 5-10 years ago, when AI was asked questions, it had to be specific questions, otherwise it didn't understand it. You had to word it
Yeah.
in such a way.
That'd be yes or no answers, pretty much.
Yeah. Yep. Or facts. Like look at Alexa 5 years ago, right? Alexa, you'd say this, and they'd give you a blanket answer. If you had a longer conversation, it'd say, I'm not sure. I don't understand that one.
Yep.
So yeah,
That's me out when you set timers.
Yeah. I'm trying to see when this video. 6 years ago, people were commenting on this video. So this came out 6 years ago. This came out in 2018. And I saw it. I saw it back then. But we're iPhone.
I didn't realize
users,
Google
so
Assistant. I didn't realize Google Assistant was so on it, bro.
Yeah.
I just downloaded the app. I'm gonna try to check it out, see if I can use it in my everyday life.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting, and obviously 6 years ago now it's probably even more advanced and more technically capable of doing things. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. The world of AI.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a pendulum.
Yep.
The good and the bad. You get the good and the bad.
I actually just watched a movie on on Disney Plus called Stimulant. It was basically where you had robots, humanoids, that were helping and doing chores and stuff. You buy them and all that kind of stuff. The plot of the story is spoiler alert, so shut it off if you want to watch it. You can buy a robot and upload your memories to said robot.
Jared, we lost each other somehow.
Yeah, so we had some internet issues, mainly me. So apologize for the end of this episode, guys. But appreciate you listening about AI and all the things that are involved, technology and what's coming up. Derek did step off due to this technical issue. So guys, please make sure you subscribe and follow. Really appreciate all of you guys that are listening and continue to listen. Until next time, that was Derek. I'm Jared, and this is Two Peas and a Pod. Thanks, guys.